and welcome to a video where I'm going to show you my birthday book haul. So it was my birthday last week and I've got 14 books to show you. Also I want to show you the reading journal for 2024 that I got bought for me as well. I'll start with that. So here it is. So it's leather, and as you can see if I hold it that way, it's got dragons printed in it. It's got a really cute clasp here, and the paper is absolutely stunning. So this is going to be my reading journal for 2024 and I absolutely love it. It's absolutely stunning and oh, absolutely love it. And let's just get into the books as well. So first of all, we've got In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. I have been meaning to get around to this for ages. It was very hyped on Bookstagram for a bit as well. So this basically says 6 friends, 1 college reunion and 1 unsolved murder. So it's got a university setting. I think there's obviously been like some sort of murder and then they're having this reunion and they're all connected somehow. And possibly like a revenge type thing going on is what I'm kind of guessing is what this is about. That's kind of what I get from the back and from some of the reviews that I've seen of it. But I'm really looking forward to getting into that. Then we've got Assistant to the Villain, and this one has pink sprayed edges, which is stunning. So this is actually one of the books that you can buy from Asda, which some of the money goes towards the charity, the breast cancer charity. So this one is basically a villain who hires an assistant, and I think that the assistant starts to get feelings for the villain. So I think it's possibly going down the romance kind of thing, but yeah, again, I don't know whether it's too much about it, but apparently it's quite funny, and it's a bit of a fantasy romance. And then it's like their unlikely love story, so keen to get to that as well. Then we've got Silent Waters by L.V. Matthews. To be honest, I thought this was another book. So when my mum was picking books for me, she took a picture of the bookshelves in the shop, and I thought this was something else. So I said this one, and it's not, but it still sounds good. So it's going to be a thriller. And we're basically following Jen, and she's a police diver. And one day she gets called out to search the riverbed for this missing woman, Claudia. And it turns out that they have some connection, but they haven't seen each other for about 12 years. And there's a lot of unresolved resentment between them. And obviously she's tasked to find Claudia. So I think there's going to be like a lot of mystery and secrets coming out about the two of them. So I think it's still going to be a good read, even though it's not what I thought it was, but yeah, sounds good. And then we've got The Islands by Catherine Cooper. This is set in the Maldives, and basically the island is cut off from a storm, and then people start dying. So there's obviously a murderer amongst them, and it's obviously one of those type of stories, but I absolutely love the cover of it. And this is definitely going to be one that I'm going to be reading in the summer. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one as well. And then we have A Book of Ghost Stories by Roald Dahl. So obviously, as it says, it's a lot of short stories that Roald Dahl has put together into a book. So obviously I wanted to give this one a try. So I'm looking forward to reading that. Probably, you know, going towards autumn time, I think would be a good time to read this. And then we've got one that's going to make me cry. So this is The Cat Who Saved Books by Suzuki Nasukawa. Yeah, this is going to make me sob. So we are following Rintaro Natsuki, and he absolutely loves the bookshop that his grandfather owns. And when his grandfather passes away, he's a bit concerned that he's going to end up having to sell this bookshop. But then a talking tabby cat called Tiger comes along and says to him, "Can you please help me with this mission?" And they start to go on these adventures, basically saving books. So all of the books that have been mistreated, this cat goes along with him, and they go on this adventure to save all of the books. So I think it's going to make me cry. I think it's going to deal with grief grief. I think it's gonna be one of those that you need to read when you need a good cry. And then we've got The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss. So I saw this recently on a YouTube video. Her name is Megan, I can't remember her YouTube handle. And she was saying about how this is like one of her favourite books of all times. So this one follows Mary Jekyll, and when her parents pass away, she decides that she wants to find out more about her father's mysterious past. And a clue kind of leads to a former friend of his who's also a murderer and has like a bounty out on him. So she basically starts to look for him with the assistance of Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, and then these women who have all been created through terrifying experimentations kind of join her as well. So we've got Beatrice Rappaccini, Catherine Moore, and Justine Frankenstein, and they basically go on these investigations, and there's some power crazed scientists and horrors that they come across. I think it's going to be good. It sounds like it's going to be good. So yeah, looking forward to reading that one, obviously. Also looking forward to reading all of these. I don't know why I keep saying it, but yeah. Then we've got The Witches of New York by Amy McKay. So this is set in 1880 in Manhattan. So I have a feeling I'm going to love this setting. This is two witches opening a tea shop in Manhattan, specialising in cures, palmistry and potions. They then get someone called Beatrice who joins them as an apprentice, but there's something about this Beatrice. So yeah, I think there's going to be some mysteries around the three witches. So obviously I'm going to love the setting. It's 1880. So yeah, looking forward to that one, obviously. Then we've got The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. So this one kind of gives me vibes of, is it Girl on the Train? The Girl on the Train? You know how in that book she's on this train journey and every morning she's watching a house with a couple in? That's kind of what I get from this vibe from the back. So we have Casey Fletcher. She goes to the lake house for peace and quiet because she's mourning her husband's death. And there's this glamorous couple that lives in the house opposite across the lake. And she's basically just watching them. So I think kind of like stalking kind of thing going on here. But yeah, obviously I think something's going to be happening to the couple. Maybe she witnesses, I don't know. But it's a panny and unputdownable page turner. And lots of psychological suspense. So I reckon it's going to be a good psychological thriller. Then we've got The Haunted Hotel. And this one basically has like 3 mysteries and they're all connected. And to figure out how the mysteries are connected, it basically says spend the nights in room 14 of Venice's finest hotel and find out the truth if you dare. So I reckon this is going to be perfect to read while staying in a haunted hotel. So I'm going to try and do like a video of that at some point next year, because I think it's going to be a really good idea. I mean, it's probably going to terrify me, but it is what it is. Then we've got The Night Shift by Alex Finlay. So this is set in 1999 in a Blockbuster video store. I mean, everyone remembers Blockbuster, surely. I used to love Friday evenings, going down to Blockbuster, picking out my film for the weekend. So yeah, 1990s vibes going on here. So basically we are in this Blockbuster store and there's 4 teenagers that are working there, and someone comes in and attacks them and only one survives. And the brother of one of the victims basically gets up, runs and goes missing, and is a prime suspect. But then 15 years later, 4 more teenagers are attacked at an ice cream store. So we've got FBI agent Sarah Keller, who's basically trying to piece it all together, work out the connection. Is it the same person? That kind of thing. So figure out basically what actually happened back in 1999 and how it's connected to this latest attack as well. Then we have The Spirit Engineer by AJ West. I saw this loads of places across Instagram. Loads of people across Instagram was reading this a while ago. So this is actually set in Belfast 1914, 2 years after the Titanic sank, and it's basically about the families of those that were on the Titanic start doing seances, trying to communicate with their past, the loved ones who have passed away. And we then have this scientist who's a bit of a skeptic, and he kind of joins the circle and this seance and then starts realizing, hang on a minute, are these people actually communicating with me? And this is actually based on a true story as well. So yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. Might be a bit terrifying as well because, you know, seances, but oh no, it's got like amazing illustrations as well for the second part. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a good one. And then we've got 2 Harry Potter ones, Harry Potter themed books. So first of all, we've got the 3rd book that's come out from Mina Lima, and they basically illustrate and design. So this one is Prisoner of Azkaban. It's obviously got lots of illustrations throughout. It's absolutely stunning. It's got like pop-up bits. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to try and read this, and I've also got the second one to read still. Yeah, that's up there. Chamber of Secrets is up there. And I'm going to try reading both of those between Christmas and New Year. That's the plan. And then lastly, I have Harry Potter Magical Year. So this again is an illustrated all throughout, and there is a section, just a small, you know, a couple of sentences for every day of the year, and it's taken from the Harry Potter books and films. And you basically read one each day. So I'm going to start this on the 1st of January and read it throughout the whole of next year. But the illustrations are absolutely stunning. So I'm very much looking forward to that as well. And then we have it. So that's 14 books plus the journal that I'm going to be using as my reading journal for 2024. That is my birthday book haul. I do also have a voucher, which is one of the book tokens vouchers. So I am going to be going shopping, but I'm going to do another video for that. So it's going to be book shopping with me and book haul in that video. But this is my birthday book haul of the 14 books that I got last week. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back very soon with another video.